Made it to see yet another day on the Unks in the building. UNCS Unks in the building. Resident Unk Byron is here in the building on this red couch with the fantabulous Auntie Stacy.
Hello.
How are you today, Auntie Stacy?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing fantastic. Happy to be here again. Talking about Reddit stories.
Yep, we are. Okay.
Start the show.
This is from the subreddit, Am I the Jerk?
Am I the Jerk? The sister subreddit of Am I the A-hole?
Right.
I just made that up.
It kind of is.
Okay.
Am I the jerk for telling my friend she can't bring her newborn to my child-free wedding? I'm having a child-free wedding, clearly stated on invitations. My friend Rebecca RSVP'd for 2 and showed up to my bridal shower with her 3-month-old baby, saying she assumed child-free meant kids, but not infants. I explained that the venue has an age restriction and babies aren't allowed. She got upset saying she's breastfeeding and can't leave her baby for 6 hours, and that I'm being unreasonable expecting new mothers to find childcare for infants. I feel her for her situation, but I also specifically chose this venue because it's adults only and designed for a sophisticated atmosphere. If I make an exception for her baby, my other friends with babies will expect the same treatment.
Indeed.
Am I the jerk for enforcing my child-free wedding rule even for young babies, or is she being entitled by expecting special treatment? Honestly, I'm split about this. Is there a compromise I can do in case?
I don't think so. Unfortunately. And the thing is, you're not even... it's not even something where you can make an accommodation. You're in an establishment that says no kids. No kids means if you are not an adult, that means you're a kid. There's no age on there other than under the age of 18. You can't come in here legally. Under the age of 18 means you are not an adult yet. You can't vote. You can't rent a car. You can't come to this wedding. I think that's a problem that she would assume that would be the case, but it is not your responsibility to make sure that you accommodate everybody else for your wedding. And weddings happen once, and I understand people wanting them to be a particular way and they wanting them to be right. If you took into consideration everybody else and their feelings and their opinions, everything about your day wouldn't be your day anymore.
Right.
I think that this is a case of you selected where you wanted to be. It's up for that person to either A, make accommodations to fall in line, or to see you at the after party. Because
After party.
I'm just being silly, dude. You can't
The
come to the
reception?
event.
You can't come in? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just saying you can't come to the event. So, yeah, no, I don't think you're being a jerk. It'd have been different if you were saying no kids because I don't want any kids
That's
there. Even that is still your prerogative. We've been saying it wrong.
No one says prerogative.
We've been saying
You
it so
sound
wrong. I
Everyone
sound
knows
wrong
it's
now.
my prerogative. Prerogative.
I sound wrong now because of
prerogative.
prerogative because of Bobby Brown. Shout out
And then
to him.
also Britney Spears
Yeah.
said prerogative.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Point I'm trying to make is no, you're not a jerk. Had you done something to intentionally cause this particular individual to not show up for whatever reason, that would be different. This is your moment. Have your moment, and don't let nobody feel bad about it. Make you feel bad about it at all.
Right.
Been different if you were like, no blacks allowed,
Okay,
and that would have been,
Byron, come on.
yeah, that would have been out of pocket.
I think the friend is weird for putting 2 people are coming and bringing her infant. Like, what is happening? I think
thought
she
you meant
should
older
have.
kids.
Yeah, I knew you meant kids, but not infants.
Not
Like
kids.
infants are kids. So I would have had a conversation like, listen, I'm a new mom. Like she's a newborn. Like I can't leave her alone. So, is there any way I can bring her? And then she'd be like, no, I'm sorry. And then you guys realize she can't come.
That is
like
correct.
there's a lot of things that new moms of newborns can't go to.
Right.
Because they can't. Especially if you're breastfeeding. I'm not gonna be mad at that, as she needs to realize that this person can't make it to the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
For her to say for the woman, the guest to say, I can't believe you're expecting me to get childcare for a newborn. I'm not expecting.
I can't
you to
believe you expected me to change my whole venue and the
not
rules
happening.
of this venue for my wedding to accommodate you for this newborn. That's the big.
And the thing is, like she said, if I don't draw a hard line here, there's other people with kids. So you have to realize, if once you do that child-free thing,
oh yeah,
there's lots of people who are not going to come.
That is correct.
Because a lot of people aren't.
And this
because the weddings are expensive already. Like I got to get outfits and all that. Plus I got to get childcare. Some people want it like that. Like I want the childcare so I can go out and have fun at this wedding.
Indeed.
And other people be like, well, I want to bring my kids because I don't want to
pay for childcare.
Either way, you're going to have.
Don't ruffle little feathers.
Well, they're ruffled. You just know that some people are just going to opt out because they
have to.
They can't afford the childcare or don't want it.
And the thing is, it's not like she's in the wedding and you, this is my best friend, and you in the wedding, and now she's not going to be in the wedding, and you chose this place knowing I just had this baby. You are a guest, ma'am. And it doesn't even sound like this is family or something where somebody else can be like, yo, how could you do this to your sister? You knew she just had a kid. This is a friend.
Right.
And not even labeled as best friend.
The thing about it that you want, weddings are so crazy. Like you want people there that matter to you, but a lot of times the bride and groom get to spend time with no one.
That part.
So, I mean, the person gets to witness. The person who was invited gets to witness, but the bride and groom don't really get to spend any time with anyone except for bridesmaids who are like, okay, come to the bathroom and help her with this massive dress and stuff like that. But a lot of times the night is a blur, but it's about the sentiment and the pictures and stuff like that, I guess. But
what did the people say?
Not the jerk. People are saying not the jerk. They said that tell her you understand that this is the top comment. You understand that she has to miss your wedding. It's fine to have a child-free event, but you can't be mad at some parents who won't be able to attend. I expect someone with an infant to stay home. Right. And someone else says, this is exactly how I feel. Both sides of the child-free event must respect each other. Mm-hmm. Parents must respect that they can't bring their child, but the couple throwing the child-free event does need to understand that it does mean that some people won't make it or stay long.
That is correct.
The staying long thing, I would show face, like especially if it's in my city, like if it's not too far.
Right.
Have the dad or whatever. If I'm the close friend, have the dad
watch
the kid for a couple hours, and then I come back home.
Where's your mom, dad?
Yeah, and then I'll just pump it. But there's so much going on with when you just have a baby. You might have that anxiety of separation of
somebody. Yeah, if it's that young, like you don't need to be. Yeah, stay home.
Yeah,
stay home.
And that was that. Okay.
All right. Number 2.
All right. This is very short. I don't even know what the subrest is. Oh, confessions. Okay.
My confession.
I am tired of videos of people doing good deeds. If you're going to be nice to a fellow human being, just do it to be nice. The whole world doesn't need to see you being a good person for you to actually be a good person.
Sick of you being
what
nice.
You think?
I had a situation a long time ago where I used to carry my video camera with me everywhere, right? Mm-hmm. So there was one time I had some friends at the college they was fixing sandwiches, giving to homeless people or whatever, and I had my video camera with me. Like, yo, you can record us, and I'm like, cool. One of the homeless people kind of had a problem. Mm-hmm. you know, and it was kind of like, oh, y'all doing this for clout type situation. It's like, sir, you don't have to be on camera if you don't want to. Just grab your sandwich or whatever. I can't remember all the stuff they had. It was sandwiches and, you know, stuff they over them out. Like, have a nice day. This person, I think they were in a fraternity they was doing or whatever. And I don't know if they were, like, why.
A lot of times fraternities do a lot of good deeds.
Yeah.
A lot.
So I don't remember exactly why they were doing it. I don't remember why I was told to come, because they knew I had my camera with me all the time to record or what have you. I don't remember the circumstances. It's been far too long. But I understand that person's sentiment being like, you know, effectively what this guy's saying. If you're going to do something, just give it away like it's out of the kindness of your heart, so to speak, and not like you guys trying. This is before all this social media stuff. This is before Instagram and all that stuff came out.
That's obvious, Byron. You're walking around with your camera. So that already lets us know.
I have a camera that
it already lets us know.
Actual separate device. It was
and
not
asking
my cell
you
phone.
Because you have your camera. Like, we knew it was before that time.
Before all of this time. The internet on the phone is wild. But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is I get it. And I even had that thought, like, what is the person doing the video so they can get millions of views and potentially money from a YouTube video or Instagram or whatever? Or are they doing it out of the kindness of their heart? One side of me is kind of like, I get it. The other side of me is saying, and this is the side that's winning, what difference does it make? Because my thought process is, at the end of the day, the result is still the same. Somebody who needed help got help. And, you know, the reward that this other person may be looking for, some people just need thanks. Some people might want to feel good and drum up some additional, yes, I want to feel the gratitude from other people. Whatever. Did you eat today?
Right.
And you wouldn't have eaten prior if this person who was on video didn't come and give you the sandwich. It starts being like, so who's hurting the situation now? Is it you trying to discourage them from giving something away just because they want to do it on camera?
So here's my problem with it. I hate when people say that, what that man just said.
Yeah.
I loathe when people say that. Because right now, first of all, two reasons why I hate it. Being kind,
it's at a deficit.
Seeing it on the internet, we see everything. We see the worst of the worst.
This is true.
There needs to be some good there.
Balance.
Normalize being good. You know, like how they say normalize stuff.
Yeah.
Normalize that.
We see a lot of foolishness every day. Why we can't see good stuff?
And if the person is doing it, like you said, let's just say the ulterior motive, I'm going to do this so that other people can watch and then this thing can go viral and I will get famous. If that's the reason why you're doing it, I really don't care. People will, people like, they're not really a good person. They're just looking for, but like you said, this person was homeless.
And they ate today.
Or I watch a lot of those guys. So this person was, and you realize how many people are going through it.
Yeah.
You look at these people and they're so, to me, what I see on those videos most of the time, it's somebody who is willing to help someone in need and they're in need.
Right.
And you realize that the world is not as awful of a place that you think it is. Like, people aren't always taking advantage of each other. There are good people here who are suffering themselves, who barely have 2 cents to rub together. And they're like, I've got $12 in here. You're asking for 2. That means I have 10 and I need $13 to get home, but I'm gonna figure out the other 3 because you said you needed something, right? You're in need too. And those people are usually the ones willing to give. And I think it's a beautiful thing to see. And then that person usually is like, well, I was just testing. Basically, it was a test to see if you were going to help. And now here's $500, here's $1,000. And these people break down crying. because they were like, man, I was about to be evicted and I didn't know. This person, there's so many people, there's people have cancer, there's people who are homeless, there's all these things that people are carrying around, walking around every day, and you don't even know what they're dealing with. For a few things it does for me, it gives me the sense of, wow, gratitude. I do not have those problems at all, because a lot of times you make whatever is in your world, you make that a big deal, right? You amplify those things. So the small thing that might be a problem in your world, you realize, I am not dealing with the things that these people are dealing with. And other times it's like, there are kids need to see that too, not just the garbage sometimes. Like, there's a comment in here where a woman says, well, my 7-year-old, we went to the beach and he insisted on bringing garbage bags so that we could clean up the beach if we saw any garbage, because he saw like Mr. Beast or some one of those people doing it. And he was like inspired to do those things. So those are the influences that things like that have. And I don't like when people say, don't record it. It should just be, they make it feel like because you're recording, it's taking away from the goodness of it. But why is that? Why does that have to be a secret thing? Being good, you have to be good in the dark.
But you can be evil out loud.
Yeah, no. Being good in the dark, yes, there's something noble about it, but that's also, you're being judgmental about goodness, being good and kind.
Right.
I think it can motivate people. And the thing about it, person who's talking and saying don't do it, they would say,
what are you doing?
Right. But also this guy will say, he will give the $1,000 and the person will start crying and really open up about the situation that they're going through. This person is homeless. I've been homeless for 6 years. I go to work every day and I sleep in my car. I've really been trying, but it's been really hard. Then people will ask, can you start a GoFundMe for this person? And it's like $750,000 raised for this person, $25,000, all these different types of money depending on the person's situation. And then I would be able to help this person I never would have known, and I can participate in changing somebody's life. Why is that a bad thing? Because me giving that person that $1,000 is great, but now there is a chance to change this person's life completely. People need a chance, man.
Yep.
People need a little boost sometimes. So yes, I love it. I love to see it. I think it's a great thing, and I think if you don't want to see it, don't look at it.
Make empathy great again. Mega.
Oh. You are wearing a red hat.
Oh, boy. Make empathy come back in style, man. Like,
here are the top comments. This is a very new thing. There's not a lot of comments at all. Someone said, I punched a homeless man in the bus stop today. Just too much good stuff going around. I'm trying to balance it out.
Woo, that's terrible.
Someone else said, me too. Anyways, ideally good deeds are done in private. No one needs to know you're doing them. If other motives promote the deed, i.e. ego-driven, I'd say it's not fully selfless. However, it is a good deed benefiting somebody,
that is
which
true.
Would be quite helpful depending on what it is. For example, bringing water to places in Africa is a great deed, even if companies doing it want to benefit with the PR around it.
That is
and the thing
correct.
is, it's a win-win. Why can't it be an altruistic? Okay, what's the difference between altruistic and what was the other word? But like, why can't we both win? Versus, what was the word? What's the word? You know you don't watch Friends, but like at one point Phoebe was doing good deeds and he was like, it's not really a good deed if you feel good about it.
Which is crazy. It's like you're taking and getting.
If I take pleasure in this, then it's really about me.
It needs to be a sacrifice that makes me feel bad.
Yes.
In order for it to really
That's
count.
nonsense. I disagree. I think both have merit, but I don't really understand why people decided that that's really the thing. It's not really truly a good deed unless you do it in secret and nobody knows about it. But you're also an audience to yourself. Whether you do it in secret and you feel good about it, it doesn't matter.
Right.
It doesn't have to be something you hate. Like, I hate
this
thing, but I'm going to give to it.
Are kind of twisting. So in the Bible, is a lady who had the two mites. I think it was mites. Mm-hmm. And she gave, and they said, which one of these people gave the most? And it was her, because it was her last two.
Right.
It's like putting a twist on that in a negative light by saying, because all these other people gave and it wasn't their last, their gifts don't matter.
That's not what he said.
And that's not what he said. He
Right.
said this person made the greatest sacrifice because
Right.
it was their last, but that doesn't mean these other people didn't sacrifice at all.
Right.
Now, there's a difference again if they're doing it for clout. The spirit that they're giving the gift in is kind of not great. However, is it worth putting your mouth on? No. Reason being, the end result is what we're going after. Did you help somebody outside of yourself?
But why can't I benefit from helping someone as well?
That part,
What's wrong with
that's what
that?
I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with that. The thing is, nobody was hurt here.
Everybody wins.
That's like
And
your
the thing
kid
about these
wanting
videos,
a puppy, and you rescue a puppy, and they're saying, well, you should have just rescued the puppy and not took it home to your daughter. Go buy a dog. Like, come on, guys.
or vice versa. When people give a dog, you should have. There's so many dogs that rescue puppies. Why did you go to a breeder?
Right.
There's always something people have to say.
Or like when they say, one of these famous rappers is making all this money and they decide to buy a purse. And they be like, you spent all your money on this, you could have fed 6 families. Who was they doing? They're doing that to Cardi B, right?
What?
She bought a purse or something she was talking about online.
They got
Like,
mad at
you
her.
should have,
But they said to her,
should
you shouldn't spend that much money. This, like, how could you? And people were like, she does give money to charities and stuff, but at a certain point, you have to spend money on yourself. You're going to be, and that's the level at where she's at with her problem.
If you don't spend it, they will take it.
But even if they do, whether you do or you don't, you can't be mad when people are like, oh, there are children suffering.
How her money
The
is
children
spent.
Suffering in Africa, so you shouldn't. And it's like,
It's
but
her
if
business.
they're also doing it, not everybody's role is to do that. And the thing is, what are you doing in your day to day? Because people are like, when I get money, I'll help.
You
But
ain't helping with the $10 you got. You're not gonna help when you
Right.
get 10 million. You're gonna
you don't have a generous spirit. All of a sudden, when you get money, it doesn't mean your spirit will get generous.
Come on, man.
Like, you're just gonna have to figure that out prior to. So even you're not generous with your time, you're not generous with your smiles, you don't give compliments, you don't uplift people, you don't open doors for people. None of that costs anything.
free.
You could just be nice. Somebody needs something, you don't want to do it, you know where something is, someone is looking for it, I'm not going to tell them because all of those things is not you just not being a generous person. Sometimes
Homework.
when someone's asking for something, or a customer's asking for something, and you're working at the place and you're like, so over there. That is so not generous. They could be like, sure, no problem. Be generous. Those are the things that you can give and have somebody experience something different than the regular drabness of the day.
Give us a little bit of joy.
Give a smile, give joy, give being present with a person. Those are the things where you can be generous with. That's kindness in and of itself. And you don't have to talk about it. Oh, I'm nice to everybody that I see. You don't have to, but
Even if you did,
it's better. It's better than the alternative.
Is the world a better place because you're in it?
Yep.
That's the end all.
But that
and
also
be
builds
all,
esteem. So even if that person wins from it, I feel like I did a good deed. Don't you feel good doing a good deed?
Yeah.
I don't understand what the problem is. But that was just that. That was that.
Your homework is do something for somebody who can't do anything for you in return.
Love it.
You film it, that's up to you. But just do something for somebody who can't do something for you.
Okay.
All right. Third
This story has a little bit of a warning because it has some sexuality in there.
Oh.
How do you say it like that? Oh.
Oh, sexuality. Okay.
Am I the a-hole?
Edge of seat.
Am I the
And it's
a-hole?
an am I the a-hole?
Yes.
Oh, we love those.
Am I the a-hole for masturbating when my husband doesn't like it?
He doesn't like it?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Context and to preemptively address questions I think may come up. My 32 female husband, 35 male, had to change medication for a chronic illness several months ago. It's not depression or mental health related. And the new meds has overall drastically increased his quality of life, but absolutely tanked his sex drive. He has no desire at all, to the point that 9 times out of 10, We've tried to do it. He couldn't finish and or would go soft.
Lord,
Talked
that's
about
rough.
his doctor. He talked about this with his doctor. And doc says it's an unfortunate side effect of the meds. He doesn't have a ton of options for treatment because his symptoms are well controlled. Insurance denied coverage for the next, much more expensive line of treatment since his test results have improved so well on this med. Doctor said we should just have to weigh the pros and cons of continuing this med or risk switching to another that may not work as well, etc. Husband doesn't want to switch, and I'm also 100% on team stick with the first med in 2 years that's made him able to function close to normally again because it's been so nice seeing him be able to do more and not struggle and suffer through the day. I'm completely fine with not having sex if it means he's healthier. We sit and cuddle and make out and whatever. It just doesn't go further. But my sex drive is high. It's relatively high. So I've been masturbating frequently. Initially, I tried to do it when we went to bed so my husband could be as involved as he wanted, but he said it made him uncomfortable, so I stopped. Then I started utilizing my shower time to do it, but H prefers that we shower together and didn't like that I was choosing to take that time away from us as a couple days a week. So from us as a couple days a week, which I totally get. I started only doing it when he's at work while our daughter is at preschool. Not a problem. Well, today he came home and got upset when he went to get changed and found one of my toys under my pillow charging. He said it made him feel inferior that I'm using another object to get myself off.
Oh my God.
And that leaving it is where he can see clear evidence that it's been used feels insulting. I apologized for not thinking of how it would make him feel and told him I'll make sure it's put away in the future before he gets home. He said I was missing the point and he doesn't want me using anything like that at all. We went back and forth about whether this is a valid need or if I'm purely not considering his feelings. I told him I'll continue to be respectful of not doing it when he's around and I'll make sure nothing gets left where he'd see, but I'm not prepared to stop altogether. I even offered not to use any toys with penetration in that if that would make him more comfortable. He said he appreciated that offer, but it feels very strongly that I should respect that he doesn't want me to do it at all.
Lord.
And that seems like I only care about sex. I asked if he's felt pressured at all, and he said no, and that it bothered him that I haven't pressed because he feels it was too easy for me to just switch to toys that have made him feel like he's not doing a good enough job as a man. I've tried to reassure him that I would love to have sex with him and much rather that, but his health is number one and I love him. He would not budge from wanting me to get rid of all my toys.
Lord Jesus.
I know he struggles with the way these meds have changed things for him, and I want to be positive, but from my perspective, it seems like he's projecting. I suggested therapy, either individually or as a couple, to see if we can figure out a healthy middle ground. That got him really upset that I suggested tell a stranger about his privates doesn't work. He's a really good man, and we've been together for 17 years.
That's a long time.
I know he wouldn't push if this weren't a big deal for him. I'm worried that maybe we're both too caught in our own feelings that we can't see each other's perspective well enough, which is why I suggested therapy to help, but I'm not sure what else to do since that was an emphatic no from him, and I totally get not wanting to discuss something so private like that. I love my husband. I will do anything to support him. I can only imagine how much this sucks for him. I would be willing to cut way down on the frequency to make him happier, but he wants a blanket promise to never do it again and throw away all my toys, some of which were kind of expensive. And that just doesn't feel like a reasonable thing to ask.
I spent hundreds of dollars on this.
Doesn't feel like a reasonable ask. Am I so clouded by my own feelings that I'm being the a-hole as a wife?
So I'm gonna say this, right? I could understand how it could make him feel as a man to not be able to perform there.
Right.
I can understand that. That would be something that I understand his fragility, because people make jokes about stuff like that. Like right. Men get picked on about stuff like that. And this is why he doesn't want to expose himself to somebody else even further, because it's probably like, this is an ego touch. And it's tough. However, I think that he gonna have to. There's a push and pull. Like I want to pause for a second because I feel like these people actually love each other. A lot of couples we talk about, they got some issues, and I be thinking like these people don't even like each other.
Right.
But I feel like, you know, and she said she's 32. Like they're
He's
young.
35. Yeah.
Like this is young. It's to have her basically accepting a sexless life for the duration of her days. This is marriage. This is not, hey, we just here for a little bit, we're gonna break up, it's not working. This is, we've been in this thing for 17 years in a relationship. That's crazy. That's crazy. And then now you want me to be like, we got another 50, but guess what, you're never getting off again.
Let me tell you something.
That's insane, bro.
Let me tell you
Never
something.
again.
I find him to be,
It's a lot.
no, he is out of pocket.
Yeah.
You know, but how about being like, because there are people who are like, they were married, the person, you know, had a tragic accident, they're paraplegic or whatever. We need to figure out how we can get down.
That is correct.
What are we talking about? So you're just gonna be like, nope, sex doesn't exist anymore. Let's pretend it doesn't happen. I don't care about what your needs are.
Crazy.
It's over. And I'm mad that you're trying to, and then there's a guilt attached to it now. Now she's got to do it when he leaves and does it in secret. What is happening? And she's like, I totally get. She's trying so hard.
Yeah. She
He
loved
needs
that
therapy
man.
badly.
But he can't talk about that.
The thing about it is that it's not a mental thing.
It's a health thing.
It's a health thing. It's not a physical thing in terms of I don't understand why.
But then he's hitting her with
it's clear side effect of the job.
Yes. And the thing is, he's hitting her with the like, I'm not satisfactory to you, but you aren't satisfactory. Let's be honest.
He was saying it was so easy for you to be not pressure me. But what? How could I? What a pressure
Then
in
she
your
would have been a
phone?
real jerk.
What a pressure in your phone?
No. Get it up.
Yeah.
You
I
gotta
don't care
figure
that
this
it's a
thing out.
drug. Yeah. I don't. So what a pressure in your phone?
So the other side is,
That doesn't
is
even
to
make
tell
sense.
you that. So he sounded like he was bad off, right, before this medication. Just based on what she said, he sounded like he wasn't doing great.
That's not true. Oh, like his actual.
Health.
I thought you talking about sexual.
No,
Okay,
his
yeah.
health
His health
wasn't
was
doing-
terrible.
The health wasn't doing great, and now you found a medicine. So it's like, I care more about you living a long time than having sex. I'm not going to. No. You got to switch medications back because this ain't working. It's one part of your life, but you need to understand. I want 90% of you good, so this 10%, I understand I got to make a sacrifice logically, which is crazy that she's being the logical one and he's being emotional in this moment because that's typically not how things go.
And I don't think she bought these 10, 15, 20 toys from what it sounds like. It sounds like a lot of toys.
It's been over
Just now.
time.
It's been over time. So
Yeah.
you know the vibe
What
of her.
she was in, man.
No
like,
pun intended. You
Right.
know her how she rolls.
that was funny.
You know how she rolls. She's been doing this.
She's been
So now you want her to
vibing.
just not be this type of person.
Girl, you know you got that vibe.
He needs to start
I'm sorry.
using other parts of his body. He needs to just
That's
get.
what she's like. I can try to get you, like, it's trying to help you participate. And it's like, okay, I'm gonna do it in the shower. No, I don't want you doing it. It's our shower time. To do what? Why are you in here with me?
to get clean, Byron.
You
To
want to
wash
rub up
away
on
your
me?
sins.
Right.
It's your dirty
Dirty sin.
activities.
Listen, let me tell you something, right? You know, be happy because
She could have gone out and found another from these Reddit stories. It'd be
these
another
people
dude. They'd be duding it up.
They be putting on
I
gym
never heard of it, like,
shorts
I can't- right.
and running outside like they going jogging, screwing the person in the back of the parking lot and running back upstairs sweaty and a friend thinking you just went out here and exercised and you got sexercised.
Right.
You know, like, come on, man. Like, this is something where he's really going to have to get some help with his ego. Yeah. It's been touched, and it's tough because that's a tough area to have your ego touched, and it's hard to recover.
Yeah, but at a certain point, you have to care also about your wife.
Protect your spouse.
The quality of her life too matters. I know that it's been a focus. This is how you know that she cares. Like she's put herself on the back burner so much. She's like, I'm willing to not use the penetration one, and I'm okay with it. It's an emphatic no, and I totally get not wanting to talk about that.
She's trying to compromise,
girl,
so many different areas. But there's a point where it's kind of like.
But your happiness matters too, and when someone is sick, you're in the marriage for sickness and in health. You're marriage for all of the things. Mm-hmm. But when somebody is sick, the focus is always on that person, and it has to be, right? Because they're sick, and you want them to be well,
right?
And you're taking care of that person a lot of the times, and so she's been on the back burner for a lot of this, and they have a young kid. Mm-hmm. It seems like, you know,
so he wasn't functioning too well beforehand. So now
she
it's
was
like
taking care. So, you know, I feel
care
like
of him and this kid.
Him trying to take this. So we're finally back to you being back to quote unquote normal. As close to normal as she's seen, you know, him in 2 years, she said. And now you want to take this away from me. So I can't get no kind of nothing.
No. That's almost abusive.
Yeah, to me it is abusive.
I think there's a piece we're talking about basically in the Bible is talking about you shouldn't withhold yourself from the other person except for during times of fasting, right?
Right.
And it's kind of like you're never in the mood. Mm-hmm. You don't want to get in the mood.
I don't know if he's never in the mood.
He said
that's what it is. He's just not in the mood.
His low libido.
Right.
He's not in the mood.
His right.
And then sometimes he'll try and then he goes soft mid. What are we going to do with that? Because basically at a certain point in time, if you know, not to use the term, but it is what it is. It's unequally yoked. Mm-hmm. Like we not on the same page with this thing. Like that's tough, man.
No, but to me at that point, you would have to be like, I'm gonna have to do this for her. This has to be about her, and you need to get in a mental state instead of a physical state, and be like, this is you know that shower time that you talk about, our time together. This is our time together too.
Yeah.
Now you like to do the shower time because that's our time together. Then you need to also do this time.
Yeah, that's not cool.
And use other parts of your body.
Yeah, it's
and
other
use
stuff
the
you
tools
can do.
too. She got all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
That you could figure it out, and then you can get satisfaction from being the one controlling all of the things,
whatever.
Bro.
I don't know.
Come on, man.
But that's not
do better.
That's not cool.
Okay.
In marriage, there's a give and take. Sometimes you're gonna be the giver, and sometimes you're gonna be the taker. And it's right. But I mean, in these cases, it's like there's some things you're not gonna like about her. Mm-hmm. You're gonna have to make a compromise, and she's gonna have to be like, "Hey, listen." And vice versa. Then, some things she might not like about you, and you got to make a compromise, and it's gonna have to be like, listen, I mash the middle of the toothpaste. I'll scroll up from the bottom. I'll roll from the bottom. All right, look, can we live? Can you still get toothpaste out of there? Or can you? Whatever we got to do at that point. So I got mine. You got yours. Yeah. Or okay, I'll stop doing it from the middle. I'll roll it up, or I'll stop making it a big deal about squish. It's going to be stuff that you have to deal with, and you have to compromise in order to make the relationship work.
Yeah.
I've always said you have to care more about your relationship than you do care about being right. Mm-hmm. Being right.
But he's not being
sometimes
right.
go wrong.
And
that is correct. She's trying to compromise, and he is not.
No, and his side isn't right.
That's what I'm saying. So he's in
his mind, it's right.
In his mind, he's right. He has a logic behind his stuff. Like, you disrespecting me by doing this. and he's right in his mind, and instead of him just being like, you know what, let me try to see. Back to the same thing I was saying before. Bring empathy back in style, man. Bring it back in style. Like, you got to start thinking, how would I feel if I was on the other side of this and I was extremely sexually frustrated and this other person was
especially being
basically
a man,
incapable of sleeping with me.
right?
Now I'm like, how would you feel?
Right.
Okay, you got to let some of that go, man. Like, we got to meet halfway. Now, it might not be as much as you want it, but let's try to schedule in once a week. Let's pencil in this time for us once a week to make something happen for you. And you can keep this toy, but I'd rather you not have a super mega size.
Why would you care?
Vibrating, whatever.
Why would he care?
I'm just saying, if he's
That's
going to say...
not a compromise
I know,
to me.
But it is a compromise because she's already there saying, hey, I'll get rid of all the penetration ones.
Yeah, but that's just
right?
because he's feeling
I know,
insecure.
But he's
that,
saying we're trying to get him from nothing.
He needs help
to something,
because it's not really about the physical act. It's about him trying to ignore this problem.
Yeah, he needs some help.
And he's making it a problem that he's not participate. I can no longer participate in this.
Right.
Neither should you.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah. It's a wild situation. Okay. But what I'm saying is there should be some level of compromise. He can't just be like, nah, this is the way that it is, and you're going to have to suffer, and oh well.
Top comment. No, you're not the a-hole. You've done pretty much anything you can do to find middle ground.
Yep.
His solution is for your sex drive to match his non-existent sex drive.
Right.
That is not reasonable or rational.
Nope.
Therapy needs to happen. He's obviously not dealing with these medication side effects as well as he thinks he is. Mm-hmm. Someone else says, I, for one, would be happy she's using toys rather than looking for someone
person
else.
Come on.
Someone says, because if the roles were reversed, he would expect to get praise for staying in a sexless marriage.
Yep.
But here he is shaming her for having needs.
Yep. Shame.
Not the a-hole. Sounds like one of those people who got on a diet but gets upset when others eat in front of them. Can he join in with the toys or maybe put his mouth to good use instead of complaining?
Right.
That's
Stop
right.
complaining and put your mouth to good use, Lord.
All right.
Well,
that's how we're gonna end it.
That being said, word for the day is empathy. Bring it back in style. And think about the other person more so than you think about yourself. At least sometime. Sometimes you got to put yourself first. You can't put yourself in the back all the time and never take care of yourself. No, because in the case of that woman, sometimes she gotta figure out how to function in a healthy way.
Yeah.
And you're inside of a marriage, so we ain't just talking about hey, in your relationship, kick rocks, going somewhere else. So this is you gotta hang in there and figure this out. Counseling, whatever, because this is.
She can go to therapy herself and figure out ways to how to deal with this. Because
I'm telling you what's gonna happen.
She's
She's gonna end up hiding it better.
Oh yeah, it's gonna become secretive, but then it becomes guilt.
Yeah, that's all that's gonna happen.
Doesn't feel as good.
No,
like trying to hide it is just.
It kills the vibe.
Yeah.
On that note, folks, please. Like, comment, and subscribe, along with sharing with your friends. Please continue joining us on this journey as we talk through these Reddit stories and various other topics periodically. Thank you and goodbye.